Hello, Coach Rel here. So today we're going to talk about how to put together a workout routine. So the first thing you want to do when creating a workout routine is first figuring out what body parts you're going to work out for that day. So it sounds pretty simple, but you want to make sure that you have a plan. And the first step is just figuring out what you're going to do. For example, if you want to do a leg day workout, then obviously you want to do squats, deadlifts, lunges, that type of thing. So that's the first thing you want to do is figure out what body parts you want to focus on, and then that will be the first step of putting together a workout routine. Next, you want to figure out how many reps and how many sets you're going to do. So reps just means how many times you're going to do exercise. So if you're doing squats, reps will be 10 to 12 squats. Sets is just how many times total you're going to do those particular reps. So let's say one set could be 10 squats and you're doing it 3 sets. So you're doing 10 reps, 3 sets each one. And also with sets, you could do multiple exercises within a set. So I personally like to combine resistance exercise with a core exercise. So like, let's say we're doing squats, I would do 10 squats and then I would do 30-second plank. That would be one set. And then we'll do 3 or 4 sets of that. So that's the next part. You want to make sure you understand how many reps you're going to do and then how many sets you're going to do. Typically, you want to do at least 2 sets of particular exercises. I would say I usually recommend 3 to 4 to really get the results. So if you are doing like squats or the lunges, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure you want to do at least 2, but I would say 3 to 4 sets of each one to really maximize the muscles that you're targeting. Once you figure out how many reps and how many sets you're going to do, the next part is just figuring out the weight. If you are going to use resistance training or if you are going to use weights. So to figure that out, first you got to figure out your 1RM. The 1RM just means what weight can you do 1 rep with good form. So that's key here. So you want to make sure you find out your max and you want to make sure that you can do that with good form. Now, if you find a weight and you could do 3 reps, then that's not your 1RM. You want to go up in weight at that point. You want to make sure that you only could do 1 rep, 1 time with perfect form. That's the key. That's the key part. If your form is messed up, then that's not your 1RM. You want to drop down in the weight. So once you find out the 1RM, we also have a calculator too as well that will help you with this. Then you can figure out how much weight you'll use if you want to do 10 reps, or if you want to do 12 reps, if you want to do 15. There's a way to calculate it, and we offer that too as well. So once you figure that out, what weight works for how many sets and reps you're doing, then that's how you can get into your exercises. After that, I would say you would want to put together a workout based on the body parts that you're targeting. So if it is a leg day, you want to do, I would say 3 to 4 sets of squats, and then you want to do lunges. You don't want to just be all over the place. Especially when it comes to if you want to reach a certain goal, if you want to look a certain way, you want to make sure you get enough reps and enough sets in to target those body parts. You don't want to just be doing like if you're doing leg day, you don't want to do just squats here and then doing bicep curls and then doing tricep extensions. You want to make sure you focus on those particular body parts. And then I would say between 3 and 4 sets of each one. And then you want to you could combine them too as well. Feel free to throw in an extra core exercise in between. That way you're not really resting. The way that I put together my workouts, I mean, I feel like core exercises is something you can do all the time because your core is the most important part of your body. So you could throw that into like a set. So for example, let's say you do 10 reps of squats, 10 reps of lunges, and then you throw in a core exercise like a plank in between to be like a resting period. It will be like your resting period as far as like resting your legs. So I would say throw that into it too as well. And it also will make the workout go a lot faster and you're able to target more body parts too as well. So those are the basic tips for putting together a workout. We do have other videos explaining a little bit more, a little better breakdown of how to figure out what body parts to put together, how to do splits, things like that too as well. So make sure you check that out, and thank you for joining me for the movement.